Right now at 5, multiple wildfires burning along the First Coast at this hour. Firefighters battling this wildfire in Brantley County, Georgia. You can see a large, thick plume of black smoke blocking out parts of the sky. And take a look at this. This is an unusual sight. 2 cars covered in a layer of pink in that same fire. So the pink you see there is fire retardant dropped by a plane to slow the fire spread. Thank you for joining us for First Coast News at 5. I'm Anthony Austin.
And I'm Heather Crawford. So I want to show you a map on your screen. The wildfire in Brantley County is located near Highway 82. It has now grown to more than 5,000 acres with containment only about 10% right now. And take a look at this video. This shows just a thick plume of smoke rising from a burning home in Brantley County. You can see folks dragging their boat away from the flames trying to save it.
And this next video that we're showing you, a large plume of smoke filling the sky. You can see bright orange from the flames there in this video.
Incredible images there. We have live team coverage all across the First Coast tracking these wildfires. In minutes, we'll have an update on the major fire along the Clay and Putnam County border. But we start tonight with our Biljana Garland live in Brantley County. And Biljana, I know you've been up there all day long. Walk us through what you're seeing.
The county manager says it's a miracle that no lives were lost. 54 homes burned and 5,000 acres this fire has stretched. And when we were driving, we just saw so much smoke in the tree line as well, and little flames popping up everywhere as we were here. And take a look at your screen. This is what the fire left behind in the town of Waynesville, a home and a separate business. What used to be a wedding chapel destroyed, a reality for dozens of people here who had their homes burned to the ground. I met Chelsea Howell at a gas station nearby. She lives on the very road where those homes burned. Her home is untouched, but her mom cannot even get to her own property right now because the roads are blocked. So she's unsure if the fire took her house. Chelsea says she watched the fire jump from house to house.
It's horrible. It's just like something you thought you would see out of a movie or something. It's just, you just want to break down and cry. It's life-changing. Yeah, we have a good buddy that he actually lost everything.
We learned that one firefighter had minor injuries, but as far as the residents here, there were no injuries reported. And if you are concerned about your home, you're not able to get to it, officials say that you can call the call center that you can find on our website to check on the condition of your home. Live in Brantley County, I'm Biljana Garland. First Coast News on your side.
We've had, dozens and dozens of homes that have been either damaged or destroyed, other structures, but there's also 1,000 homes we believe right now that are in harm's way or potentially could be in the next 72 hours.
Wow, and that is why Governor Brian Kemp from Georgia is issuing a state of emergency for almost 100 counties there in Georgia as these dangerous fires burn in southern Georgia. And for the first time ever, the Georgia Forestry Commissioner is issuing a mandatory outdoor burn ban. This map right here shows you where the state of emergency and the burn ban is. It's impacting 91 counties, including every single Georgia county in our viewing area. Now, during this time, it is prohibited to burn yard debris, and burn permits will not be issued.
Brunswick Toyota is collecting donations for both the residents of Brantley County and the firefighters working on the front lines. The first delivery of firefighter supplies headed out already this afternoon, but more trips are planned for the days ahead. If you would like to help out, you can drop off donations at the showroom. That's off of I-95, that Toyota Brunswick there.
And we have learned that all schools in Brantley County will be closed tomorrow due to the wildfires. So for the latest information on evacuations and shelters related to the wildfire in Brantley County, text the word Brantley or Brantley Fires to the number on your screen, 904-633-2402. We'll send you a link right now with all the important information.
And back here in Florida, the railroad fire at the Clay Putnam County line is more than 4,100 acres, with flames continuing to pump smoke into the air.
Now, this map right here shows the wildfires along the First Coast that we're tracking right now, all spreading because of the extreme drought conditions. We're going to zoom in where you can see flames on your map located in Clay and Putnam counties.
Our Zach Wilcox is joining us live from Decoy Road, where the fire has impacted people since the weekend. And Zach, you just received an update from officials about this fire.
Yeah, Anthony, fortunately they're at 55% contained. That's a lot more than the 0% contained they were when I was out here on Sunday. And we've watched a lot of activity at Decoy Baptist Church all throughout the day today. There's a plume of smoke going up overhead behind me here. And then we also saw 3 or 4 dozers just minutes ago pull out of the woods. They kind of appeared out of nowhere, went up the road a little bit and right back into the woods as they continue to carve on through those containment lines, trying to get this fire contained. And fortunately, we found out that no structures have been damaged at this point. None are imminently in danger, but the smoke, guys, the smoke has really been the story for these folks who are right around the Clay and Putnam County lines.
It was just horrible. The smoke, I couldn't even sit out on my porch. It was so bad.
Ann Perry lives on the opposite side of Highway 17 from the railroad fire, but even though she hasn't been close to the flames, she's had to deal with plenty of smoke.
I have asthma, and I had to stay in except for taking my dog out. I was inside.
Perry says she could breathe a little easier Wednesday, but a meteorologist with the National Weather Service says folks can expect it to get worse in the evenings.
The wind settles down at night, so that smoke is able to pool. So for our communities going over the next few nights, that smoke will continue to be most hazardous overnight into the early morning hours.
A representative from the Florida Forest Service says crews got the first 50% of the fire contained pretty quickly, but progress slowed a bit due to how the fire moved.
I mean, it's in a base swamp, so that makes it really difficult because getting heavy equipment into a swampy area, we're kind of letting it burn and letting it come to our containment lines.
Perry says she's not just worried about her home and her health, but all her friends who live around the Clay Putnam County line.
I'm just hunkered in, you know, and so long as I stay on the phone with people, I'm okay.
And Ann mentioned she was venturing out to try and check on her daughter, so hopefully she was able to make her trek without running into any smoke. The Clay County Sheriff's Office did tell us that they don't have any road closures at this point or any mandatory evacuations at this point. However, they expect that smoke to really start to settle back down here as we get into the evening and into early morning hours, so they really need drivers to be careful as they're around this area. In Clay County, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.
All right, Zach, thanks for that update. Another major fire in Georgia is continuing to burn at this hour. Look at this picture right here. This is the Pineland Road Fire in Clinch County. It's now more than 16,000 acres and it's only 10% contained. This picture right here, you see this large plume of smoke in the area, and if you look closely, if we can drop down that super, you can see workers on the ground. The photo is showing a helicopter doing an aerial spray, dumping gallons of water to treat the fire. And right here in Duval County, we want to let you know a burn ban is now in effect until further notice. This is due to the extreme wildfire conditions across the First Coast, so no outdoor burning of any kind is allowed. Make sure you do not light your yard debris, trash, or any recreational fires in Duval County.